Alright, so we're back. In this video, I'm going to show you a little demonstration as to how I made the UI for this website. And I've got here a template that I bought online for a social media news site. We can load this. I'm sorry, a social media site, not a social media news site, a social media site. Template, HTML template. And what this template has is it has all kinds of pre-built HTML components. It's got JavaScript and it's got the CSS, etc. And this is the home page for this template. And I paid it was between $16 and $20 I paid for this online. Okay, and here we got our buttons. And of all this HTML, I use extremely little of it. At least I have thus far. The page that I use is this newsfeed page. So what I want to do is I want to get this newsfeed page. I want to copy it, and then I'm going to paste it over into here. I'm going to paste it over into my Facebook site. This is my web root of my Facebook site. I'm going to Control V here, and I want to rename this Newsfeed for Demo. I want to change the extension to PHP. The way these HTML files work, they're just plain text, and you can change the extension to PHP. And the reason that I do that is with the PHP extension, I can run server-side programming. The HTML files are static files, what we call static files, which is just a bunch of HTML text, and you can't add dynamic functionality, at least on the server. So when you develop a website or a web application, you have the server side and the client side. Now what you're seeing here with this is the client side. The client side is the side that loads into the browser. Now you can put JavaScript on the client side that can add dynamic functionality, meaning that you can have some of your HTML change and stuff like this, but you can't do anything on the server. And the server, when you're trying to dynamically generate HTML, which I'll explain more what that means later, but you do that with the web server. You do that with server-side programming almost every time, pretty much every time. There are times when you use client-side programming, but usually what you're doing with the client-side programming is you're making a call to the web server, which executes server-side programming. I'm getting too technical here, so let's back up. To oversimplify it so that you can understand it. That what we aim to do with this UI is to dynamically generate HTML. And to dynamically generate HTML, you have to have programming on the server side. Okay, and the server side, like I've showed you when I log into Facebook. I want to log in case there's something on here I don't want you to see on my wall. I doubt there would be. But I could go to here's my group that I started, Renaissance Web Development. Okay, and you're seeing this on the client side. Okay, this is what's loaded in my browser. And when I hit this members tab, what happens is there is a it pulls it goes to the web server and pulls the HTML for the members page on this Facebook page. And so what happens is when I click this members tab, it puts this in the URL. It makes a request to Facebook's web server. Facebook's web server processes these parameters, the groups, the group number, and the members. It processes these to dynamically generate HTML, and the dynamically generate HTML is what gets sent to the client side. And if it doesn't make sense to you, don't worry about it. I will explain more in this video, and you'll be able to understand, at least as it pertains to my application. It will be obvious to you what I'm talking about, or you'll at least understand it a lot better. So I've got this copied over into my web editor. I've got this news feed for demo PHP, and you'll see here we got all this HTML. And so here you can imagine manually typing this would take forever. And then when you buy these themes online for $20, $15, $25, some of them cost $30. You know, there are a few that cost $50, but I mean you're getting some bang for the buck in terms of what it would cost you, and then the time it would cost you to do this yourself. Okay, and so we got this. Now the first thing that I need to do is I need to add some PHP script here, because I'm going to import some stuff from my PHP. And the first with the PHP script, and the first thing I got to do with this PHP script is I've got to load my configuration file. And I've got to load my initialization file, and these files, the function of these is to load some functions and to load my database connection. You've seen this variable where I say DB in my programming a lot. That DB stands for the database, and that is loaded from my initialization file. Now, here I can change this HTML to say what I want to say. So here, the place of what I put on my template is a place for morally bankrupt idiots by Leonard Williams III. Okay. And now with the rest of this, what we're going to do is we're going to delete all this. So here, I'll push this over to my web server, and we'll see what it looks like thus far. And one thing to notice is because I've already worked on this website, I've already imported the JavaScript and the CSS from this template, and so this template feeds from that when they reference these CSS styles, these CSS style sheets, those are already installed. Then in other words, if I didn't already have those, I would have to also have copied all of these here. Copied all of these. I don't need the videos actually, but I would copy all these onto my web server, my website. They're already copied. Let's go here. Let's go to localhost, Facebook site, and let's go to. Actually, we'll do this. Okay, and you'll see here it looks just like pretty much just like the same one that we already got, except. It has my page title, which is nice. And so here, our next step is we're going to delete a bunch of stuff because I don't need this stuff. Okay, so I've got the nav bar header. I've got the images. I'm trying to remember what all I deleted here. We'll just wing it and see if this works. Let's try this. Let's see what happens here. Let's see, I'm trying to take away everything except the logo on this top part here. Okay, so that was that a mobile menu? This is a button. Okay, this is a button, so I click the button away. Good. Okay. Okay. And so it looks like this nav bar I need to completely eliminate. So let's get rid of this nav bar. Let's see what this does. Okay, good. So now I've got my logo. And what I'm doing, I'm winging this. I'm trying to do this without cheating and looking at my other newsfeed. Okay. So I've got 3 logos here, but this looks kind of right. Okay, then actually I've got my favicon here. And I will cheat on this because I don't feel like looking. I'm going to look here and see what the name of this favicon is. I'm going to take some shortcuts here, but I'm trying to do this. Try to do this in real time, like I would have done it the first time, but I also don't want to take forever. Okay, so here we'll have my new favicon. Should load on this page. See, now I've got my my Wells Fargo, and that has offers and things on it. Okay, and so now here, let's do this. Let's see how fast we can do this. We've got the nav bar header. Okay, with the images logo. We've got timeline HTML with all of this. Okay, let me find here where is the post content. Okay, post content. Okay, good. So that's what I need. I need the post content. So I'm going to go up here and delete all this. Okay, I think I need to keep these containers and rows. Okay, let's go to div post content. And we won't make this look exactly like my current UI. Okay, and this div has no closing tag. Okay, there it is. Okay, we won't make this exactly like my current UI. I'm just going to show you, give you an idea of how I made it. Okay. All these post contents here, because you know this theme has got a lot of posts. Okay, and so here we'll get rid of all these post contents because we only want one. Push this to the web server. Okay, so now we've got on this massive post here. Okay, and then we got this who to follow. We're going to delete this. Like this. Let's see where this closing tag's at. Actually, here we can do the short buttons. Okay, we'll delete this. This footer is pretty useless for us. Unfortunately, I'm going to get rid of this spinner wrapper. Actually, I'll leave that for the sake of having it, just for the sake of time. And I might have actually left that on my original one. But let me find here. We've got a logo. Okay, so we got a logo here. We want to keep the logo, but we're going to get rid of all these social media icons. Okay, then we got all this. This is gone. This is gone. This is gone. This is gone. Okay. Let's do this. Delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this. Okay. Now let's see what we got. We should have just one post on here. Okay. And now we're not going to recreate this whole logo, but this whole bar with this logo. We'll get our okay. Copy this. We'll have our logo loaded on this on the top here. Okay. Put that over there. See what we got. Okay. I've got other logos. We won't add those. So here we've got our basic starting point. Now, what you've got to notice here is that this post right here does not have, it only has a post, it has post text, and it has replies, but it doesn't have comment replies, or what we call sub-comments. And so what we've got to do is we've got to add to these post comments, we've got to add some sub-comments. Okay. How is it that we do that? Again, I'm trying to do this in real time. I'm going to have to take some shortcuts here. Okay, here we go. Post detail. There we go. I think I got to put a post detail tag here. Let me see here. Let me see this. Let me see if I do this. Let me see what this does. I'm trying to remember how it was when I got these sub-comments. Let's see. I might have to do a post detail tag here, but let's see what this does. I'm trying to do this fast. Okay, so that's absolutely not it. Yeah, let's reverse that. Let's not do that again. I think it is post text. I think it is the post detail tag. Actually, I'm going to cheat here. I don't want to cheat, but I got to figure out how it is I made these sub-comments. Find a sub-comment. Can't remember how I did this. Okay. Yeah, it's post detail. That was right. Okay, I got to do a post comment ID, post detail, line divider, post comment. Okay, I was right about that. Okay, so we're going to do post detail, post comment. And then we put a post comment in here, and it might be, I might have, we'll see what this does. I might have to, put a whole thing in. Okay, nope, that does it right there. So now we've got some sub-comments. We've got comments and sub-comments. And what we're going to do now, the next thing we're going to do is, there's this post comment, post detail, this. And actually I got to put a line divider in here. Forgot about that. Okay, and so now we've got what we need, and I will delete this post comment. And the last post comment will be the one, that's where you make your own comment. Okay. When I talk about dynamically generating HTML, you're going to see exactly what I mean on this next part of the exercise. Okay, and so actually, for the sake of time, I'll start another video where we'll start to add the dynamically generated HTML, and you'll see how it is that I load these posts on my UI. But thus far, I'm not sure how many minutes. What have we done? 30 minutes worth of work on this, and we're already just about done. For the sake of time, we'll go to another video when I add the server-side programming.